All right, we'll take some public comment. Thank you, Mr. Fenn. Any public comment on this report? Seeing none, we will then continue this to the next meeting. And then, Madam Officer, would you go ahead and please read the next item? Ms. Hale's been patiently waiting.
Item number 6 is report from SFPUC on status of RFQ for implementation of the CCA program, award of contract.
And we're probably going to need a very truncated report, and then we'll go ahead and expedite the remainder items.
Barbara Hale, Assistant General Manager for Power at the PUC. We have gone forward with the contracts with Local Power and GES. We have drafted tasks and requested that they, we have drafted scopes of work for them and requested that they propose on those scopes and flush those scopes out. We haven't heard back from Local Power, but we have made some progress with GES. So we're moving forward with our efforts at the PUC. Any questions? I'm happy to take them.
Colleagues, we have time for a question or two, if you need.
Update on the hiring of the director.
Yes, we have completed our hiring process, submitted our request to the Department of Human Resources, and are awaiting approval to make a formal final offer to the director. So I'm very happy that we're getting closer.
And closer constitutes?
I'm just waiting for them to tell me I can take a conditional verbal offer to a written formal offer.
Good.
I have already communicated with folks. I think we're on our way.
Okay, that's good news. Anything else, colleagues? Ms. Hale, thank you very much. Thank you for waiting. Any comment or attached information to this report? And was there anything, Mr. Broomhead, did you want to?
Yes, if I can add a couple of quick comments, maybe take 1-2 more minutes of your time. Okay, please. Mr. Fenn, I think, is right that now is a good time to address the California Public Utilities Commission about the CCA funding. I did want to add one nuance, though, to what he was saying about the contracts, and I'm not sure this has got the right, got enough amplitude here. But if you think about the customers...
Actually, hold on one second. Are you referring to item number 6 that we're on, or item number 7?
I'm sorry. I was referring to the report.
Okay, then which report? The local power report?
The local power report.
Okay, we close that to the call of the chair. I tell you what we'll do is that on public comment, as I expedite to public comment, why don't you just come up and speak to us in public comment? Okay. Any public comment on Ms. Hale's report on SFPUC's status on CCA hiring? Seeing none, it's closed. We will continue that to also the next meeting. And Madam Executive Clerk, would you please read items 7, 8 together?
Item number 7, potential contract for CCA tasks. Item number 8, Executive Officer report.
Very good. We'll continue that to the call of the chair. Any public comment on that? Seeing none. Item number 9.
Item number 9, public comment for items not on the agenda.
Mr. Broomhead, this is an appropriate time. Oh, actually, it says public comment not on the agenda. It's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Great. Thank you.
We're a stickler for rules.
The point that I was going to make is that rather than terminating the PG&E contract, I think what we're going to want to do is heavily amend it. And what I wanted to show you is that we're going to have two kinds of customers in San Francisco. Those that remain in the CCA, we're going to have those who are not going to opt out. The opt-out customers are going to continue to need the kinds of services that we're delivering from the Department of Environment for integrated, fully integrated services between solar, natural gas, and electricity. And then secondly, the CCA customers are going to continue to need natural gas services. Those funds are coming from the Public Goods Charge Fund, from the natural gas side. It's called the Public Purpose Program on your PG&E gas bill. So it's a different line item, but we are accessing those funds. And then finally, there's a third kind of program, and those are generally called non-resource. They relate to education, training, codes and standards, those kinds of things that don't directly deliver kilowatt hours and natural gas savings. And we've been asking for funding from PG&E for those, or from the Public Utilities Commission. We've also been asking that for some of those things that the CPUC actually administer through those funds through a different process, through the California Energy Commission or from the CPUC staff itself, and that we'd be able to access those funds to serve both the opt-out and the CCA customers not administrated under a PG&E contract. So it's a patchwork, a matrix, and at the end, once the decision is made that we're going to be a CCA and we can make for the transition, a big chunk of that money would then move over to CCA administration, and we would be delighted to be in that situation. We'd also be wanting to talk very closely with the CCA administrator about what the needs are, because we're assuming that the mix of kinds of programs directed at winter evening peak or at summer afternoon peak will be different from the kind of mix of programs that we have currently under the PG&E umbrella. Thank you.
Thank you. Good information. Appreciate it.